Well, I got all dressed up for a meeting that was supposed to happen about an hour ago, and she didn't cancel, but she postponed on me. So I thought, you know what? I really need to make some content. And I opened up my Instagram, which I'm sure a lot of you know I'm probably not that good at checking. And I got a message from somebody. The second I opened it, I was like, whatever this is, I'm going to turn it into an episode. So let's see what this says. And if she has a question, we're going to turn this into an episode. So she says, "Hi, Miss Bloom. Okay, I have to start off. I probably found your videos, I'd say 9 to 10 months ago. And I'm not kidding when I say I listen to them every night when I'm getting ready for work. Your voice is so soothing, and I just love the way you think. You are out of this world, and I really admire you. I started telling myself that I am the best. Good for you. And I am in the top 5% of income earners of my club. It was before I started listening to your videos, and I think I've only excelled. Good for you, girl. Good for you. I admire you and I appreciate you." Ooh, here we go. "But now I have a couple of questions for you." Okay, I thought it was gonna be bad. "My last partner held me back from traveling, and now we are done because he could not take my dancing. So now I am available to go and dance traveling. Now's a scary part. I've been dreaming of this ever since I saw her dancing, and the furthest I've ever traveled was an hour away." Ooh, oh my goodness. "I have a girlfriend who's asking me to come with her to Miami or to Texas. Do I have what it takes? Fuck yeah, you got what it takes. Do I have the right outfits? Girl, you can get the right outfits. I worry about going there and not being able." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, because that's definitely not the case. "To vibe with the people, I think gangster people are a joke, and I just can't take that kind of slang." Well, you can work at tons of different places. You don't have to be at any one specific place, especially that you don't like, especially in Texas or Florida. "Do you have any suggestions or comments on how to get over this fear? I believe in myself, and I know I am a good hustler, and I know I would do okay, but I worry. I'm in Oregon, and I just want to fulfill my dream before it's too late. I love you. You're incredible. I sent a couple of your videos to my non-stripper friends just to help them manifest their dreams." Oh my gosh, wow, that's very flattering. So let me see if I can find my Zoom stream here again. Did I cut this off? I hope not. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first of all, wow, that's interesting, because I just got on a site called Podmatch, which I set myself up to be a host, and literally the last person that I just reached out to, this girl that apparently since I think 2017, she's been spending her life traveling and getting paid for it. So I reached out and I was like, "Hey, yeah, you would be perfect for my podcast, because I know there's plenty of girls." That's why I got started, was because I just wanted to travel. So hopefully she'll be on my podcast soon. But yeah, girl, you've got what it takes. And looking at your profile, so I've just seen your little picture here. Let me look at you're adorable. You're fucking adorable. I can't go into your thing anymore because it's private, but yeah, listen, traveling, I think, is one of the most enlightening and beautiful and rewarding things that you can possibly do. And I say that for tons of reasons. One of them is you will see how different cultures are and easily fall in love with the people everywhere. And I think that society, the media, I think it's the media that makes it so easy to, especially the news, that makes it so easy to be like, "Oh, those people, those are bad people." And then it's like you go and you visit that place and you're like, well, I don't really think so, because I just met them and they're pretty cool. So I think traveling is one of the best things that anybody can possibly do with their lives, truthfully, because the scope that you can get in reality of like everything, like your whole perspective on life, at least for myself, my whole perspective on life changed for real when I started traveling everywhere. I started, as far and wide as I could go, and I saw tons of places to go, which is part of the reason why I'm really excited about interviewing this girl from Podmatch. is because I really think that she's going to be able to teach me stuff that I didn't know, which is pretty great. You've got nothing to worry about. And let me go back to your message here and see if I'm missing anything. When it comes to right outfits, you can get outfits anywhere you go. I mean, I don't think there's not an adult store in any, well, probably not in some cities, but certainly not in any states. And you definitely got options in Florida for sure, and also in Texas. I'm so glad that you're not with your partner anymore, or your ex-partner that was holding you back, because man, I've been there and that shit sucks. I'm so proud of you for the top 5% thing. I've preached about the top 10% because that's what I learned when it came to, Brian Tracy talking about, get in the top 10% of earners in your industry and you'll never go hungry, basically. You'll never have anything to worry about. So I love that you took it to the top 5%. That's so great. And especially if you're in the top 5% already where you're at, yeah, you're going to do great and you're going to have fun. I really think you're going to have fun, especially if you've never traveled before. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around that concept of only traveling an hour outside of, I think that's what you said. You've only ever traveled an hour outside of where you live, but most places are the same. I mean, to degrees, right? But no matter where you go, there's always going to be people that are willing to help you. Obviously, be careful. And, sites like Airbnb make traveling super, super, super easy. Oh my God, it's so much better than staying at a hotel. I would do Airbnb every day of the week over a hotel. I'm not a fan of hotels. Plus, if you say you want to stay for a week or maybe a month, it's to varying degrees. I haven't gone to Airbnb in a while, but there's a lot of discounts that you can get for, the longer you stay. So if you stay a week, maybe you can get a 10% discount. Maybe if you stay for a month, you can get a 20% discount. Those are semi-random numbers. But I worked in Oregon. Did I work in Oregon or did I just go to a strip club in Oregon? Maybe I just went to a club in Oregon, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, thank you for sending my podcast to your non-stripper friends. That makes me really, really happy. And I really appreciate hearing from you. And yeah, you can do it. You can do it for sure. You can do it. Whichever place you decide to go, no matter where you go, call ahead and ask them about their dress code. And when I say that, typically the door girl that will answer the phone doesn't really know what you're talking about for some reason. I don't know why, but seemingly every door girl I've ever talked to ever, which has been a lot of them, is kind of like, oh yeah, no, you don't have any kind of dress code at all. And it's like, okay, well, and I would phrase it like this before you talk to her, do you have any type of dress code there? For example, are there any type of bottoms I'm not allowed to wear? Because in some places, having a T-back thong is illegal. So you want to make sure you get all those ridiculous details narrowed in before you actually show up, just because it's a waste of time. If you got to go in, you get hired, then they find out you don't have the right bottoms, or you realize you don't have the right bottoms, and you got to leave and come back. It's a massive waste of time. Let's see what else. For how to get over your fear, yeah, honestly, personally, staying in one spot scares me more than anything. I become absolutely miserable and unhappy when I stay in the same place. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, there's such a big world out there. I need to go see it, So when it comes to getting over your fear, I would say look on Yelp for the best clubs in the area. When it comes to Texas, depending on where you go in Texas, I would say Dallas, hands down, is if you want to meet businessmen with money, go to Dallas. And baby dolls, which is a surprise to me because I thought that all baby dolls were shitholes, quite frankly. This one is not, for sure. And also the Lodge, which is a very high scale, high-end club, which I don't really know how you or anyone else would feel about it, because quite frankly, I don't really remember my shift there. I know I made money, but I don't really remember my shift while I was there. Austin, Texas, you can go there. Palazzo is the nicest club in Austin. If you want to meet an entrepreneur that is probably wealthy and fun, I would go to Austin, and I would only work at Palazzo. I don't know if there's another club in Austin that I would actually even bother with. I honestly don't think so. If you don't get hired at Palazzo, if you were to go to Austin and not get hired at Palazzo, I would go back again and again and again and try day shift, night shift, mid shift, and just keep trying. And then, only work there. I wouldn't work anywhere else in Austin personally. Everywhere else I've been and have looked at, nah, not for me. But that's me. not everything's for me, right? So, and different things work for different people. So sometimes you have to explore. So if you wanted to go into a different place, try it out, maybe you'd love it. I have no idea. For myself, Bellagio is the only club that I want to work at in Austin. When it comes to Florida, you've got lots of options. South Florida, there's a lot of girls that do extras in South Florida, and I'm not saying this with any offense whatsoever to girls that do extras. If you're not used to anything like that, South Florida is not where you want to start. That's not where you want to start at all. Trust me on that. I would say anywhere from, on the east coast of Florida, the west coast of Florida up. So like, I know there's a Cheetahs in Sarasota. I don't know that I actually ever worked there. I almost went and worked there when I was down in Florida this last time. I will work there at some point up. I would go from there up. I'm trying to think what's down from Sarasota there in Florida. But I wouldn't go anywhere South Florida and work if you're not used to anything like that. And just call ahead. And every single time you go somewhere new, just remember, life is just an experiment. This is all just a game, and you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And as soon as you get in there, if you're like, this is not for me, just leave. You could be in the middle of your interview or whatever it is when you go to work at a new club. And if you're not into it, you're like, yeah, you know what? Actually, I just don't think this is for me. You don't have to feel uncomfortable or awkward about leaving. Just be like, you know what? I really appreciate your time. I don't think this place is for me. Take care. Bye. Like, don't stay at a place that you feel uncomfortable. Don't stay in a situation that you feel uncomfortable, that you feel is wrong. If you feel like it's not for you and it's not right, you can just take off. It doesn't matter. You have that ability to just be able to do that. So I think that that's probably it for your comment here. Yeah, I love it. You say you found my videos 9 or 10 months ago. It's so funny to think about the girls that I've been able to help that I don't hear from for, forever. Seems to be forever. And so I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. So I love that you said you found my videos 9 or 10 months ago, and then you listen to them every night when you go to work. That makes me so happy. And it makes me realize I have so much more content to put out. So anyway, thank you for the comment. Thank you for giving me a topic to talk about. And I really appreciate it. And I wish you so much luck on your travels and everything. And I really think that you're going to have a great time. I pray that you'll have a great time, and check out whatsyourprice.com too. You can check that site out and get dates while you're in different places. You can go to lunch dates for $100 to $200 to more dollars while you're, before you go to work. Or if you decide to work during the day, then you can do dates like that at night and make even more money while you're there and stuff. So, okay, have a wonderful night, everyone, or day, or whatever it happens to be. And I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.